I'm delighted to have with me today John Megger, who is the President of the Communication Systems Group at L3 Technologies. So John, let's talk about some key issues for L3. L3 recently changed its name from L3 Communications to L3 Technologies. Tell us why this change.
Sure, Mark. We think it's more reflective of what the company's become over the last 20 years. When L3 started, and I was with it at the get-go, half the company was involved in either selling microwave components to the telecommunications industry or a growing data link business that both disseminated and collected information. Today we have a very broad and diverse portfolio, from aircraft maintenance and modification to night vision goggles to flight simulators to pilot training to small UAVs. So we just felt the name change was more reflective of what the company's become.
Okay, and can you describe the depth and breadth of L3 Technologies' expertise and capabilities in the satellite and space industry?
Well, yeah, the companies that are in the space and power group have been in this particular space for a long, long time, from the Apollo program going forward. And today we provide traveling wave tube amplifiers, we provide microwave power modules that kind of put it all in a small package, solid state power amplifiers, radio products, TT&C equipment, waveguide assemblies, microwave components. So we have a very broad portfolio.
Okay. L3 Communication Systems segment serves both commercial as well as US government customers. How do you see the commercial business compared to the government business today and going forward?
Well, the government today, I think, would like an awful lot more of the COTS philosophy, commercial off-the-shelf, particularly in the way of pricing. I think the commercial end of the business, there's a lot of capacity out there, there's a lot of price pressure, and it's just a cycle we'll learn to deal with.
Okay. Tell us about a couple of exciting technologies and entities you're working on.
Well, we have a series of Q and V band products coming out, and we're very excited about those. We have a SSPA offering that we're currently doing for a space customer. We have some very exciting radio products, and we also have a fair amount of work in the classified community.
Okay. And as the commercial satellite industry evolves towards high throughput satellites, is more RF power the answer to a better satellite?
Well, it certainly helps, doesn't it now, huh? But a lot goes into it, and again, with the product portfolio I just mentioned, I think we're positioned well to serve that marketplace.
Okay. There's been, you bring up Q and V band, and there's been a lot of talk recently about Q and V band. Is this the next frontier in terms of spectrum availability? Well,
yeah, we think so. I mean, we started out in C band, then we migrated to KU band, and KU band and C band became very crowded, so now we're up in KA band, and we're seeing a crowding there too. I mean, after all, what did I read in the paper just the other day? Every 5 minutes, enough data is loaded into YouTube so that it would take you or me 64 years to look at it all. So I think an exabyte, which is a billion gigabytes of information, is generated twice a month. So there's a thirst for bandwidth that's just not going to go away.
Okay, and sort of final question, let's talk about the LEO constellation market.
Sure.
Obviously a big talking point here at Satellite.
Yeah.
How do you see the LEO constellation market? And is it to go after this market after developing SSPAs?
Well, in part, yes, but I think the LEO market will augment GEOs. I think that it solves some problems. For instance, with cross-link communication and direct uplink and direct downlink, one day will really go a long way towards curing some of the latency issues. It offers some wonderful telecommunication solutions for people in the Northern Hemisphere, like Canada. So I think they'll work hand in hand together.
Excellent. Well, thank you, John. This is Mark Holmes, the editorial director of Via Satellite.